reprogramming it to have you understand that you have options. You have options of abundance, you have options of health. Anything you truly want, you can step into. And it's simple as that. You say, I choose this, and I step into it. So getting people to understand that, to step out of, unworking what other people have done to them. First tool, very important tool. We use other things to do that. We actually make them experience parallel universes, time travel. Energetically, you can go back to when you had a certain painful experience, let's say, and rework the impact of that in this moment.
Okay.
See, because what I look at is disease exists on mental, spiritual, and emotional levels before it's manifested on a physical plane. Your physical body, made out of solid, liquid, and gas, is first surrounded by an etheric body, which is where the chi, or pran, life force, chi being one of the manifestations of pran, exists. Out of that etheric body, further away is your emotional body, which is what they call the astral plane. Right? So collections of emotions still persist on the astral plane, sometimes as ghosts. But you have an emotional body, and beyond your emotional body you have a mental body, and beyond the mental body then you go into buddhic realms where form and emptiness sort of coincide with each other. Right? So any impact you have on a mental level, an emotional level, or a physical level is going to reverberate onto all those bodies. So if you want to heal someone truly, you have to heal them spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now that's where I think that split causes an issue. Occidental medicine only looks at the molecules.
Yeah.
So, stem cell research and gene pools and this and that, you're still only looking at the manifested molecule. But molecules and matter doesn't exist without virtue of vibration interacting with consciousness. That's been known for 100 years. That's what I'm trying to get at. Other tools, synergetica tools, amazing. I mean, learn from my masters who learn from their masters, and most of those masters that we talk about don't even exist in a sense where you can, you don't see them with a naked eye on this plane, but they're very accessible at all times on other planes.
Okay.
And what we use there is we use one tool that I find highly magical because it's such brilliant technology, is resonance archetype morphers. And what they are retroelementation biofeedback devices. They look simply like two double-sided mirrors within which are, different information on a body's process or organ or function. And they have sacred geometry within the mirrors. They also have bioconductors that help you exchange the information. So I'll get a patient, sense their energy field, and guess what? I sense something on the liver. So I'll take the mirror, the RAM, the resonance archetype morpher, that's specific to wood, which is the element according to Chinese medicine which deals with the liver, and place it on their liver, right? So once I've done that, the liver it's many things are happening. The liver is looking in the mirror and saying, wow, I could be like this, but I'm like that. And exchanging information with its archetype, which is what's happening if you were to look at it from a physical plane. But truly what's also happening is we're opening a dialogue between your entropic, decaying, physical liver and its negentropic, eternal soul counterpart. So this liver that's in an entropic world and is going down has, all sorts of issues, is going to exchange information with the eternal liver imprint that your soul contains, and within 10 minutes re-element itself in a new direction.
This is a quite spiritual experience you're talking about.
Oh yeah, because while your liver is doing that, your consciousness, your mental realms, you're also going up there. So we constantly have patients that come out with life-changing experiences. They have, not only do they feel better, but they've met their masters, they've met their soul guides, they've met their angels, And, it's a very real experience. Most of us live under, again, the limiting victim disease consciousness that, in this life I'm never going to see Jesus, or I'm never going to meet Mother Mary. Although we do believe that they exist. The truth is they are there. You just have to go to a place where you can see them. And then you can have a conversation with Jesus that's as real as you and I speaking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason you will know that there was something that you accessed is because there is not a single question you won't have answered. Anything you want to know, there is, your higher realms contain the information for.
So let me ask you this, like perhaps some people have, another religion other than Christianity, like a Hinduism or something else. Would they see their gods? Is that
yeah, and they'll see other gods, and they can get all of them together in a room and have a chat.
Yes.
And it can be, it can be the first supper, I guess, is one way of describing.
The first supper.
The first supper, because, it's nice to dine with the gods.
Yes. Boy, this has been really quite eye-opening.
You were asking me about tools. There's one other tool
Yes.
I use a lot. And this, again, goes to the ability for the universe to balance itself, homeostasis, right? What we do is this. We have, for all ailments, in Biogetica, we use one medicine, right? And
Tell us.
how it works is this. It's got the seed essences from 12 different seeds. At the point when a seed dies and a plant is born, at that point of germination, there is light emitted from the seed 4 nanometers away. We collect that light. That seed essence from 12 different seeds. Now each seed represents one of the constellations in the zodiac. So 12 seeds together, you've got the entire zodiac. The zodiac, in a way, represents the completeness of the universe, right? It represents God's plan. It represents eternal perfection. In Ayurveda, you would call negentropy rajas. It's, in a sense, light, movement.
Right.
On top of that, we would use that base of the 12 seed essences that I just told you about, which are collected only on that's made once a year.
Certain time.
When the moon is exalted. In the exalted full moon in Taurus, you make the base, right? On that, you collect information from a patient, right? Some of which has manifested on a physical plane, like, they have psoriasis, let's say, vitiligo, decayed liver, all kinds of things, right? So you collect the information from different parts of the patient, and the body tells you where you need to collect it by the pulse. So
how would that work? Could you?
Yeah, I'll take your pulse. I could show you the tools and bring it to points where you need it, and your pulse will change. Huh. So when your pulse changes, I say, okay, there's information here that the body wants us to collect. So we collect the information. On a base of perfection, rajas, negentropy, we collect your entropy. Your tamas is the Ayurvedic term. Okay. Or another term for it would be, the decay that's going on. So every day now, you're going to take one drop of information, not both Hertzian and non-Hertzian, which is, going from grosser frequencies to the subtlest.
Okay.
Of this is perfection, right? This is rajas. This is what I'm doing. And that's going to activate homeostasis, balance, or sattva between the two. So your body is going to kick in and saying, this is perfection, this is what I'm doing, let's meet a middle ground. And the results are dramatic. We just have to leave it at that, I guess.
No, that's I have to tell you, I've interviewed many people in my career, and I was never so interested. I'm hanging on every word just to hear, because it's just such a new field of study that it's healing. Yeah. And I haven't heard healing in ages.